Hey everyone, it's Cooper again. Still debating Sophia on Protocol 1. So, I wanted to start with no link. I disagree with your point about the Israeli-Palestine conflict. I think that, basically, the United States implementing Protocol 1 would not relapse the conflict. It would change our definitions and regulations about certain things, as outlined in the protocol, but it would not change their situation, and it would not shift the global scene at all, really. And then also, we already are involved in a minimal way. We have been giving $3 billion to the Israeli military since 2010, and will continue to do so until 2018, according to Business Insider. So that I don't think we'd ever increase our involvement past that, especially not because of Protocol 1. And then you also said that Protocol 1 was outdated. In some ways perhaps, but I think that the important pieces of it, specifically Article 51 and 54, but others as well, are still extremely important and relevant. Article 51 and 54 are the ones that protect civilians and their natural resources that are required for life, or to survive, and also the essential infrastructure that could cause mass damage if destroyed, like dikes and dams and nuclear power plants. These things, it's timeless in a way, because destroying those in any way, no matter what, is generally protected by the Protocol 1. So, quote from a piece of Article 51, as written by the International Committee of the Red Cross, those military actions when are not directed at a specific military objective are illegal. Those which employ a method or means of combat which cannot be directed at a specific military objective are illegal, and those which employ a method or means of combat, the effects of which cannot be limited as required by this protocol, and consequently, in such a case, are of nature to strike military objectives and civilians or civilian objectives without distinction. So basically, for simplicity's sake, reckless attacks. And I think that you were talking about modern war and the progression of war as into the modern era, and I think drone strikes are a big part of that. And this applies to those as well as other military action, and it would help protect civilians and their livelihoods from being destroyed, specifically in this case, if by the United States. And so, this would make fighting ISIS more difficult to address your second disadvantage. And you're right, but as I said, in the Afghanistan war, there's one combatant for every 4 civilian deaths, and the Brookings Institute says that 10 civilians were killed for every 1 combatant in drone strikes in Pakistan overall. So that's just the sheer number of civilians being killed almost, in my opinion, cancels out the number of combatants being killed in a way, because our objective is to protect civilians, to protect the world and ourselves against ISIS, this radical militaristic terrorist group. So your point brings up kind of a moral gray area in a way, in that by killing these civilians and that 1 combatant, say it's 4 civilians for 1 combatant, is that worth saving? Is us murdering those people worth saving who that person may potentially kill? I don't know. It's kind of a difficult situation. I think, though, that what makes the United States bigger and kind of the hero of the story, to put it dramatically, is that we can do this without killing civilians, and that we're doing it to protect civilians. I think that's what is important, and that is what we should uphold, is the protection of civilians, and we shouldn't be causing terror in other countries, fighting terrorists. It just seems ridiculous. So, thank you.